G'day guys, in this video we're going to cover off on pulling the first rivet and the fin and rudder on the Aussie built CH750 Cruzer. Hang around at the end and we've got some great tips and something imperative that you have to do if you're going to build a home built aircraft. Thanks. Okay, back on the build. So I've got the rudder skeleton Clecoed together. I'm just waiting on primer. I'm going to use Cortec. It's like a white PVA you brush on. Keeps everything nice and clean as opposed to having, I don't know, my OCD kicking in, primer everywhere. I was about to prime it, but I've rung my agent and he's going to send me some over, some corrosion control, which is great. So it's a good thing about having, when I say my agent, my importer. So while I finished the rudder, moved on to the fin sort of partially. Once again, haven't pulled any rivets yet. We've got the fin parts, the skin, the rear spar and the two internal ribs for the fin. So it comes to a bit of a halt there. They're all been deburred, polished up, so they're all looking good. So tonight I've just decided to go one step ahead, try not to mess up my parts too much, but done my shopping lists, moved on to the horizontal stab and the elevator. So I've got the all the parts over here for the horizontal stabilizer with the wing spars along the bench over there, ready to be deburred and take the stickers off, etc. The middle pile of stuff here is for the trim, elevator trim system with the trim tab there, elevator trim tab, and this pile is for the elevator itself with the skins down the bottom there. So I'll get to it and do some deburring. I've seen a lot of videos and whatever of trying to get these stickers off. People seem to have a bit of trouble. I'm just using, it's just general purpose thinners, and I've just whacked that on the sticker, let it set, go and do something for a couple of minutes. I'll try and do this one-handed, but I've lifted that up already. As you can see, get the edge up, and then it just simply comes off like that. And then obviously make sure, it's a bit hard with one hand, but a bit more thinners, and get all that sloppy goo from the sticker, which is a great idea from Zenith because the stickers, you don't want them coming off, and job done. But obviously prior to that, make sure you write the part number, T36 in this case, on the back. Yeah, so the stickers are coming off nice and easy. A few people have asked me about the Cleco pliers and these little Clecos. So I've got those in two tubs. You buy about 500 of the suckers. I just mark those up, 5/32 and A5, these particular ones. And to use those, simply go in the pliers, and you got two parts of, this is the one of the ribs off the fin, and that'll simply just, through the, if you had two bits of aluminium, extend that out, and then it grabs hold. So to put that in place, with got the spar, try and do that on camera, Cleco in with the rib, it's positioned correctly, and hey presto, you've got the rib is simply attached. So it's the Clecos, nice, simple and easy. Might as well whack the other one in while we're here, just down the bottom. It gives you an opportunity just to get everything positioned. That's the basic skeleton of the fin knocked up, but nothing's, including the doublets at the bottom, nothing's permanent yet. And pull it apart, deburr, prime, and then the final rivets will go in once we work out the process. Alright, here's a good little tip on the, so you got these, what are they, ABS plastic. This is the tip off the fin, or the rudder, sorry, which will go over the fin. Also the wing tips and the eventually the tailplane has the ABS plastic tips as well. So a good little tip just before I started, you can deburr these as you would with the aluminium, but I just got two down the hardware shop, just a couple of belt sander belts. These were 600 by 100 mil. Cut them, obviously they come in a loop for a belt sander. Cut them up, stuck them to a nice flat board. Whacked the wing or the tip on there, the plastic. Nice downwards pressure. Only needs a couple of goes along, and then when you put it on a flat bench, boom, hey presto, it's nice and flat. And then, like all the parts, it's pretty easy. Just with a deburrer, we can just take that little burr of plastic off. Now that'll be nice and square to fit when the time comes to fit to our fin. Rudder, sorry, keep saying the fin, onto the rudder. It'll fit on the rudder nicely. Alright, the rear spar, this piece here, T something or other, doesn't really matter, it's clearly identified in the plans. Have to cut out these notches, if you like, on the side. So that side's deburred, this side's freshly cut, and I just used, I say to use tin snips, but it's pretty thick, this stuff, pretty thick, solid. The Dremel with the cut-off disc in there, and made short work of that, and a deburr and a polish, and get a nice radius in there, and we're good to go. And that'll go back on the that's the rear mounting lugs, I guess, for the horizontal stab. Alright, little tip here, you've got to make up a heap of these L angles just cut from stock. This one's 75mm long and with the centre line. So I've got these bars I made up 10mm square, just aluminium, or aluminium channel in this case, 10mm, and I've also got a 20mm by 10mm. Comes in really handy. I've just been knocking up these L angles, and to find the centre line, bang, rule across there, gives you the centre line this way, gives you 10mm in from the end. So when you got to do 4 or 5 of them, it works out pretty easy. So just for repetition, 10mm that way, 10mm that way, job done. Alright, so a quick update. I've got the rudder assembly on the bench, sitting on my 50mm tubes, or 2-inch square aluminium tubes, and on these tubes I've put just put a bit of duct tape on there. So the I've riveted the underside. It's all ready to go. I'm going to leave the top skin Clecoed, or this side skin, for my inspector to come around and yeah, just tee up with him so he can see in there, see the skeleton, see all my joints and my handiwork. But that's all ready to go. I'm just playing around with the tip. I'm going to wait until I pair it up with the fin, so I can get the correct angle. It's 5 to 8mm from the top of the fin to the tip of the rudder horn, and also 4.5 distance, so get a nice curve. I know with the model aeroplanes, obviously you just whack it on and then hit it with some sandpaper, but this one has to be a bit more accurate. So I'll get that right. And the fin's over here. I come out here early this morning, bit of a routine. I tend to make a mess of a night time, come out in the morning, and then I'll have a bit of a clean up and a reset. I like to put all my tools back, get into a bit of a building frenzy, if you like, and then of a morning I've got family duties, but sneak out here early, and I just Clecoed the fin together. I've also got the rudder hinge riveted on down the bottom there. So following the manuals, no real issues at the moment, step by step, and got the manuals and the drawings, so it's all going pretty well. Also, I got the dug out an old travel, just a little laptop, which has come in handy as well. That's not going to get trashed out here in the shed, well, probably will get trashed, but it's not a biggie. And that's just handy for photos and YouTube videos, what everyone else has done. Got my parts sitting here for the elevator, ready to put a bit of corrosion protection on, and the elevator skin is over here. Started on my log with the build log. I've just
See, last night, rudder assembly, one skin, one skeleton riveted, working on the ABS tip section. I've just started with this, I did 2 hours last night, gives me a total of 13. So it's just a running tally, if you like, of how many hours I'm putting in. So 13 hours so far this week. Bit of jimming around, making tools and cleaning up parts, etc. I've over here's my little sticker, or got prep wash, and I've got lacquer thinners. A little bit of cardboard's good. I'll set it up on the bench here. When you get the stickers and that off, the cardboard just absorbs all the excess. So my little prep area over here, I've been using just a battery drill, which is doing the job fine. And I'm using a product called Cortec VPCI373 or something like that. And I've thinned it down, and that just simply brush it on. You can use some of these fellas if you like. It's water soluble. Brush it onto the parts and it dries pretty quick. It just gives a nice thin film and makes it so the parts aren't looking all daggy. What else is happening? Got my rudder hinge pin hidden over there. Yeah, that's all ready to go. So it's a beautiful day outside. I'm lucky enough to own, I've got a Jabiru that I own, so we might go for a fly. Alright, thanks for watching. Next video we'll move on to the horizontal stab and we'll finish off on that. And what's the imperative thing? Well, you have to make yourself a daggy t-shirt. Thanks for watching.